a fair trial?
No, I really don't.
And why?
It's a number of different things. For one, I don't feel like my attorneys were provided the proper information. Me and my attorneys never went over anything before we went to trial, sat down and talked about anything. I never seen none of the stuff that they presented in court. There was no videos given to us that we asked for to prove any of the information that they was given, which was lies. It was all lies about dates when I went to suicide watch and all kinds of things. My son said something totally different in the first two interviews that he was given in the beginning, which was 2 years ago. Then all of a sudden my son come and say some stuff that was coerced, knowing my son never seen his brother land anywhere lifeless, none of that.
So you're saying you never got a chance to view the Commonwealth's evidence?
I never got a chance to view any of that.
Is it because your attorneys didn't show you, or that your attorneys never got it?
Either my attorneys didn't get it, because I know they asked for it in preliminaries, they didn't get it, or they didn't show it to me. And then another thing was, for one, I was ambushed because my attorneys never got to interview my son about anything before trial. We didn't even know who was going to be up there. I didn't know who was going to be up there.
Okay.
Then all of these videos that they were showing was trash videos. For one, you're talking to me through the intercom, right? I'm telling you, for one, I'm being mistreated. I'm not getting proper showers. My family was being sent information through the tablets that you use over at the jail. I was sending them up-to-date text information on the things that they were doing as far as torturing me. As far as me not getting showers, not giving me my proper medications and all that kind of stuff, which was supposed to have been on video.
At Hampton Roads Regional Jail.
Yes, Hampton Roads Regional Jail. My lawyer and my family have up-to-date text information on all that stuff that I provided. When I was going through the child neglect cases, I had sent her all that stuff. Then when I showed up to court, when I had court for the child neglect cases, and I got sentenced over there, I showed up to court. I was frail. I was like 54 pounds less than what I was when I first went in there because I wasn't being fed properly.
So let's go into that. How do you feel your treatment was in the jail?
It was definitely subpar. I was not being treated right. We didn't get to come out and get showers every other day like we were supposed to. I didn't get gym time like I was supposed to.
You produced several statements in jail confessing about Cody's death.
No, there was no confessions about anybody's death that I presented to anybody. Because for one, those statements that I gave to them was because they were talking to me through the intercom when I was telling them, when are we going to get showers? I was asking the COs, when are we going to get showers? When are we getting out of here? Because I had kept asking them as they would do their rounds, like, what time are we coming out for showers? They would tell us, oh, you're not getting a shower today, or you'll get a shower later, and then we wouldn't get the shower. So I ended up talking to the COs through the intercom, because it's an intercom in every cell that they use, right? Asking them about shower times and all that kind of specific stuff. And I was not getting the proper answers. I said, look, whatever I got to do to get out of here. So they kept telling me, write a confession letter then. And I kept telling them I'm not confessing to anything because there's nothing to confess to. So I said, okay, I'll write a letter. So when I wrote the letter, right, the letters were supposed to be about me coming in the house and my son being unconscious and me not knowing that he was unconscious, like it was an accident. Then all of a sudden it went from them telling me to write that, because they were telling me what to write through the intercoms. They were telling me what to write down on the paper, and I was telling them I wasn't going to write it. It went from that to them telling me specifically to write certain things that I wrote in the one letter that was X'd out.
The June 18th.
Yes, it was written in crayon and it was X'd out. I never turned that into anybody. They so-called said that they came in my room to do a search because I was on suicide watch, right? If I'm on suicide watch and you come to my room to do an inspection, right? What would make you flip through every page and read it? If anything, you would just shake that to see if I had any weapons or anything in there to try to present any type of harm to myself, which I never did. They even said that in court. I never told anybody that I was going to kill myself, so why am I on suicide watch? Then they said I was put over there because I did this. If a CO is walking past, how I'm going to get their attention? Hey, CO, can I talk to you real quick? Is that something to be on suicide watch for? It don't make sense, do it?
You wrote some pretty graphic details. You know, a lot of people say, how could he have written those graphic details if it wasn't?
You could tell that was trash details because, for one, I never said, for one, you don't even have a body, right? So how I'm going to give you a building number and all of this stuff where you can find my son at and then you don't find him there? That's trash. So you already know that was definitely something that was made up. Okay, then secondly, I killed my son, then I went to Busch Gardens, I did this, I went to the store, I went to take a boo-boo, all this stuff. Come on now. That don't even sound right.
So you wrote the letters to basically appease the officers to
get me out of there and take me over to the mental health ward. So that I could be treated properly, because over on the mental health ward, they have free access to roam around, to watch TV, to eat, to exercise, all that kind of stuff. They don't go through all the things that we go through over there. But I never tried to commit suicide or told anybody that I was suicidal. So I should have never been put on no suicide ward. And then they lied about how long I was over there. The 3 times that I was over there way longer than they said I was over there. And it's videos inside the jail of every single thing that you do. There's no reason why. If they say that I left a certain date, tell them to show you a video with a time stamp on it, showing them moving me from that ward over to the next ward. I bet you they can't present that. I didn't even get a chance to call home and talk to my family. The last time I talked to my family was around June of 2022. Up until the time that I left was June of 2023. So it was like a year that I didn't even get to talk to my family. They don't even have no phone calls or anything of me talking to my family during that time frame. For a whole year, I didn't get to talk to my family. I didn't even get tablet access because they took the tablets away and wouldn't even let me use a tablet.
So what was your mental state in the jail?
My mental state was always fine, just the same way it is right now when I'm talking to you. I had mental health counselors come and talk to me every day, and I would say, I'm fine, I'm doing fine. They would say, so tell me some things that make you happy. I said, well, I'm alive, I get to exercise, God is good, I'm praying, I'm reading the Bible. Just fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Why am I here? That's what I would ask them. Why am I still over here? Well, we got to talk to this person to see if we can move you back. But I never got moved back. Most of the time, there was not even a CO on the cell block watching us to see what was going on. Anything could have happened.
Okay, Mr. Bigsby, let's dive into Dina's testimony.
What about Dina's testimony?
She had shared the email exchange where you had threatened to hurt Cody.
She ain't shared nothing. What they did was they printed out an email that I sent her, right? If I'm sending her an email telling her these things, I'm not actually saying that I'm going to oppose threat to my son. What I'm saying is I'm talking to my baby mama and I'm saying, hey, we need to find out what's going on with him because it's getting to a point where, you know, I'm ready to pop him, I'm ready to do something to him that I wouldn't normally do, but I'm not actually thinking about doing those things. You know, it's just like as if one of your kids did something, you said, sit your behind down before I pop you, right? That don't mean that you're going to pop him. That just means that you're thinking about doing it.
Okay.
Why would I even talk to her about that if I'm going to kill my son? That don't even make sense. And then she said that she sent me an email, right? She said she sent me an email that was after. It was what, around January?
January,
like right before I got locked up?
Wait, sorry.
Can you do this right?
It disconnected.
Oh.
I think it was too.